Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Bonjour, mesdames et messieurs. Koué. Welcome to the 2023 Investiture ceremony for the Order of Prince Edward Island. We are pleased to have with us today the following distinguished guests. Your Honor, the Honorable Antoinette Perry, Lieutenant Governor of Prince Edward Island and Chancellor of the Order. The Honorable Darlene Compton, Speaker of the Legislative Assembly. And the Honorable Blois Thompson, Deputy Premier, Minister of Agriculture, Minister of Justice, Public Safety, and Attorney General. I couldn't resist. But more importantly, this year's inductees and other special guests. My name is B.J. Willis, and I'm the Chair of the Advisory Council for the Order of Prince Edward Island. I'm pleased to be your Master of Ceremonies today as we celebrate the achievements of three remarkable islanders who have enriched our wider community through dedication to their craft, profession, and community. Along with the special guests celebrating with us are our current Advisory Council members. The Honorable James Gormley, Chief Justice of Prince Edward Island, Jamie Aiken, Clerk of the Executive Council, who has recently replaced Dan Campbell, Dr. Greg Keefe, Interim President, University of Prince Edward Island, Jeanne Bernier-Willette, Heather McLaren. Unable to join us this morning would be Kent Scales and Council's outgoing Chair, Mr. Gerard Greenan. At this time, we acknowledge that the land upon which we gather is the unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. Epigwit is covered by the historic treaties of peace and friendship. We pay our respects to the indigenous Mi'kmaq people who have occupied this island for over 12,000 years, past, present, and future. At this time, I would like to invite you to please stand for an invocation and prayer for the Prince Edward Island Order of Merit. God, Great Spirit, Creator of the universe, we ask your blessing upon King Charles, our sovereign. We ask your blessing, too, upon the Chancellor and members of the Order of Prince Edward Island. We acknowledge with gratitude their standards of excellence, the gifts of their time and talents, and their devotion to the common good. Grant to all of us the desire and will to follow their example of generosity and service to others. We also give thanks for the members of the Order who have departed this life and are at rest. May we fulfill all our responsibilities as grateful and loyal citizens, mindful of well-being of all your people. Amen. At this time, I'd like to invite Elder Judith Clark to deliver the Mi'kmaq prayer from the Abegwit First Nation, and please remain standing.
Kwe, Nina Dalavisi Sudik, Agactigo Sisibabit, Ababeki Perdabit. And Chilida Aqualadet Abigwit, Aqualigiskik Disco. I welcome all of you, and I'm very honored to be here. Today is a beautiful day. So it's a beautiful day to thank Creator for this day that He's given us. Thank you for allowing us to gather here, and we ask you to enter where you are so that your teachings will work in us. We ask for wisdom so that we will know what is good in the world. We ask for love so that we can spread your love everywhere. We ask for respect so that no one will know that everyone comes from one place, from you. We ask for bravery so that we will not harm or be afraid to do your work here. We ask for honesty so that no one will lie or harm any one of us. We ask for humility so that no one will be superior to another. And Gisuk, we ask for truth so that we will see you in the future on our last day with clean heart and spirit. Thank you, all my relations.
Thank you. Please be seated. The Order of Prince Edward Island is the highest honor the province can bestow. It gives public recognition to individual islanders whose efforts and accomplishments have been exemplary. There are many citizens who make remarkable contributions to the social, economic, and cultural life of our province and its people. The Order of Prince Edward Island is a unique opportunity to honor them. I would now invite Her Honor, Chancellor of the Order of Prince Edward Island, the Lieutenant Governor of Prince Edward Island, the Honorable Antoinette Perry, to please come forward and give us her remarks.
Thank you, B.J. Willis, Chief Justice James Gormley, Speaker Darlene Compton, and Minister Bryce Thompson, Honourable Catherine Colbeck, Chair and members of the Advisory Council, recipients, your invited guests, and all who are joining us online to witness your special ceremony. Good morning, bonjour, kwe. As His Majesty's representative in Prince Edward Island, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to Government House for the investiture ceremony for 3 outstanding islanders to the Order of Prince Edward Island. Bienvenue à la Maison du Gouvernement pour la cérémonie d'investiture de 3 insulaires exceptionnels à l'ordre de l'île du Prince-Édouard. In the spirit of meaningful reconciliation, I too wish to acknowledge our presence on the traditional ancestral land of the Mi'kmaq people, whose culture, traditions, and spirituality I do honor. As Chancellor, I am indeed honored and pleased to confer the Order of Prince Edward Island on Sister Teresa Curry, Mary Hughes, and Scott Parsons for your significant contributions to the health, cultural, and social well-being of our province and its residents. You are exemplary role models who have demonstrated outstanding leadership, citizenship, and excellence in your selfless and caring service to islanders. You, along with all members of the Order of Prince Edward Island, truly demonstrate the island way of life through your generosity, volunteerism, and your sense of community. Il est important de reconnaître nos citoyens remarquables qui, à leur manière individuelle et par leur générosité et leur engagement, font des contributions inestimables à l'avancement de leur communauté. Leur esprit de bénévolat mérite la reconnaissance et l'admiration de tous. On behalf of His Majesty King Charles, I congratulate you, distinguished recipients, as I welcome you into the prestigious Order of Prince Edward Island. You are about to become officially part of the recorded history of our province. I also extend my very best wishes to your families for their loving and caring support, which of course encourages you to go and do those special contributions that you do. I wish to express my gratitude to the nominators and presenters for your generosity and your thoughtfulness in presenting today's recipients. Minister Thompson, thank you for joining me once again to celebrate Islanders. It's quite often that we get to celebrate Islanders, which is one of the special gifts that I find in this role, and I'm sure you do as well. Islanders need to be celebrated. I am grateful for your support and leadership in serving Islanders. I offer my sincere thanks and appreciation to Chair B.J. Willis and to members of the Advisory Council of the Order of Prince Edward Island and your Secretary, Joanne Holden, hiding behind a pillar, for your interest and dedication to this important investiture. Congratulations and best wishes. Thank you. Merci. Wilalio.
Merci, Your Honor. At this time, I would like to invite the Deputy Premier of Prince Edward Island, the Honourable Blois Thompson, to provide us with his remarks.
Thank you, BJ, and Your Honor, Lieutenant Governor Antoine Perry. It's always a pleasure, like you said. Quite often I'm here to help celebrate, and you're an amazing host on celebrating tremendous Islanders. Chief Justice Gormley, Madam Speaker, Honorable Catherine Kalbeck, recipients, friends and family. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this beautiful ceremony possible. On behalf of the Premier and the province of PEI, I want to extend our thanks and congratulations to the recipients. We've heard the honor to hear remarks from the chair of the advisory committee as well as her honor, so I will not take up too much more time. We have three very deserving individuals here today receiving the highest honor in our province. Sister Teresa, your impact on our island over the years, and especially throughout our communities, our school systems, our correctional system, has left a lasting impact. I know this award will join countless others you've received, and I want to say thank you for everything. Mary Hughes, in the time where our healthcare system is so important, it is very appropriate that you get this award. I hope that you continue to volunteer and help our healthcare and nursing communities the best they can be. And last, but certainly not least, Scott Parsons. You've found a way to help Islanders and people from all over through music. You are a true bright spot in our arts and music industry, and I want to say thank you for your leadership. I will not take up too much more time, but I will close by saying thank you again to everyone who made this a reality. And for the organizers and the participants, this is a very special occasion. So thank you and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Deputy Premier Thompson. Well, is this the moment we're waiting for? At this time, I'd like to invite Joanne Cowan McGuigan to please come forward.
Thank you for inviting me to say a few words on behalf of Sister Teresa Curry. Honorable Antoinette Perry, members of the Order of PEI, members of the legislature, honorable members, and Honorable Catherine Kalbeck, who has been a great friend. I thank you for inviting me to say a few words. As I said, I was told to stay at 2 or 3 minutes. I met Sister Curry some 10 years ago when I joined the curling club at the seniors curling at the Charlottetown Curling Club. When she walks into the club, everyone's so happy to see her. I wanted to meet her. It didn't take long because she is vivacious, happy, and a sincere person who greeted everyone. I also learned quickly that she was an excellent curler and a very competitive one. This carries on with everything she does. I would say that she didn't like to lose, but I will say that she was not adverse to winning. Most important, Teresa is a giver, a compassionate person who has helped and is helping persons that one would never hear about. Teresa is now 93 years old and is still volunteering. And part of her volunteering is spending 4.5 days a week at the Outreach Center. And I must say, it takes a great person to go every morning and help people. Sister Teresa continues to bring joy wherever she is, but most important, she has helped and continues to help persons regain their health and their dignity. She continues to show compassion. However, one should remember she has always called a spade a spade. You better be honest with her. I want to thank you, the board, the members of the board of the Order of PEI, for bringing forth the nomination. And I thank you, Sister Curry, for being you.
Thank you so much, Joanne. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to welcome our inductee, Sister Teresa Curry, as a worthy recipient of the 2023 Order of Prince Edward Island. Big congratulations, Sister Curry. I'd now like to invite Mr. Ed McLaren to please come forward and present our next inductee.
Protocol being established, I'd like to welcome everyone here today, and I would like to thank Her Honor for opening her home for this auspicious occasion. It makes it so much regal, I guess is the word. Thank you. It is my pleasure and privilege to introduce my colleague and friend, Mary Hughes, to receive this well-deserved honor. Who is Mary Hughes, you may ask? As a teenager, she started volunteering and is still at it today. She's volunteered in a lot of church groups and in the Stratford shoreline. She's involved in many organizations and was named one of the 5 Islanders of the Year in 2022. She was awarded the Walter McIntyre Award for Senior Volunteers, Queen's Jubilee Medal in 2012, and the Award of Excellence for Hospice Palliative Care in 2013. And doing all this while continuing her lifelong learning and education, working in different nursing and education positions, volunteering, and most importantly, being a devoted wife to her husband John, a supportive mother and sports mom to their 3 children, Mike, Darren, Rachel, a dedicated proud grandmother and sports grandmom to her 4 grandchildren, Isaac, Charlotte, Ben, and Amelia, including that of being grandmother to Mike and Sherry's dog, Gracie, all of whom she is still actively involved with and seen on a daily basis. Anyone who knows Mary recognizes a woman with a powerful presence and stature, voice, and the heartiest laugh, which means that you will likely hear her before you see her, which to some could be a bit daunting when you first meet her, which I must admit happened to me. But once you get to know her and appreciate and admire her, as she advocates and speaks from the heart with tenacity and devotion to many worthy and just causes. Which brings me to the most specifically worthy and just cause that will forever be associated with Mary, that of hospice palliative care, which Mary has involved in since the 80s. My own palliative care and most difficult personal experience began in 1996, when my first wife, Joan, became a patient and passed away in the 8-bed palliative care unit at the 80-year-old Prince Edward Home. I recall the excellent, compassionate care being given to her and our family in a very challenging and small yet tastefully decorated, limited space, only able to accommodate upright chairs to sit in and a similar small kitchen area for the family. That fall, when I became vice president, my other palliative cares experiences and the Mary Hughes journey began. From her many years practicing and promoting hospice palliative care, Mary and others like Dr. LaCours and myself recognized the need that the very old and restricted palliative care physical space needed a major shift and upgrade to meet the standard of palliative care practice. Thus, Mary, with her wide-ranging knowledge and persistent passion for quality palliative care, the people she knew, and her determination to see this project through to fruition, played a major role to lead the way and carry the torch that I believed helped us to get the most wonderful standalone hospice palliative care unit in Charlottetown that serves us today. With 10 large rooms containing large windows, beautiful views of nature's gardens, chairs in patient rooms that can fold out for family or friends to sleep on, family lounge, chapel, and multi-purpose room that has the ability to provide therapeutic touch, music therapy. The new center is led by Dr. LaCours, strives to provide that same excellent, compassionate care to improve terminal patient quality of life, enrich family support, offering more services. And you will see Mary involved to this very day in this unit as she supports it with therapeutic touch, assisting, accompanying, and staying with patients who wish to go to chapel. A special note, Mary was a pioneer in teaching the 14-module Canadian Hospice Palliative Care education program at Holland College to many licensed and practical nurses and first and resident care workers. And this has been extended now to registered nurses. So now you know what I know. After being involved with Mary on many projects, the experience firsthand that when Mary gets a bee in her bonnet, there is no stopping her to continue to go the extra mile. Mary's entire life has been devoted to the care and concern of others, not only her family, and now her compassion, commitment, and integrity to her faith, her community, her nursing profession, her near and far circle of family and friends. And you have a woman who deserves all the accolades that come along. On behalf of myself as her nominator and as one of the so-called three amigos with Mary and our Newfoundland pioneer palliative care leader and friend, Lorianne O'Brien, a great friend who helped me with this and wishing she could be here today. And all who have been supported and touched by Mary over the years, we say, Mary, please understand how very proud we are to know you, to be part of your journey, and to call you our friend. Congratulations and thank you, Mary, for all you have done and continue to do to make PEI Hospice Palliative Care and the world a better place with you in it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ed. It now gives me great pleasure to welcome our next inductee, Miss Mary Hughes, as a worthy recipient of the 2023 Order of Prince Edward Island. Congratulations, Mary. I would now like to invite to the podium Dr. Heather Taves to please come forward and present our next inductee.
Good morning. Hello, Your Honor, Lieutenant Governor Antoinette Perry. Thank you very much for having me here in this beautiful residence I haven't been in since I was a child, and it brings back wonderful memories. Thank you very much. And to Elder Judith Clark, it's wonderful to hear the language being spoken. Well, Aline, for that. And to all of the honored guests. As a musician, I would just like to say that it absolutely takes a community to make any musician. And so the first words that I have to say are words of thanks. Because I know that Scott Parsons is a very exceptional and special musician, and it's because of you. All of us as musicians have to have that community behind us and appreciating us and supporting us. And so I know that it's because of you that he's here today. So Scott and I go back a ways. We went to the same high school, which was Colonel Gray. And both of us, being serious musicians, kind of had our own stubborn musical journeys in mind, so neither of us joined the band. Instead, we went to take lessons with our mentors who we put on a pedestal, but we didn't know each other very well. But I would see him because we walked up Spring Park Road on taking opposite sides of the road because we didn't know each other very well. And he was, you have to imagine 70s clothing, this was 70s. He had his guitar. And so he was on his way to lessons with Jean McClellan, and I was on my way to lessons with Miss Frances Gray. She wasn't a doctor yet, at the University of Prince Edward Island, the new music department. So fast forward to we have become professional musicians, and we both left the island, established our careers elsewhere, have been back and forth to the island over the years. And my attention has come to rest on Scott Parsons as somebody who is so absolutely notable as representing the island elsewhere as well as here. He always made careful to maintain professional contact with me over the years, write a note as to what he was up to, and so when I retired and moved here a few years ago, he contacted me, was one of the first musicians on the island to contact me, and said, I'm going to be playing for the Canada Games. Would you like to join my band? And I thought, oh, okay, I'm going to try this. I've retired, I'm going to try this. I've been a classical musician, but I was in a rock band in high school for a while, and I'm going to try this. So I went to his rehearsals, and one thing I have done over the past 30 years is sat on many audition committees, jury committees, and examination committees, and so I've got the habit of sizing up a musician pretty quickly. And right away, I could see in the rehearsals what a distinguished artist he is. And I have to share this with you because his band consists of young guys in their 30s, who Scott is mentoring. And during the rehearsals, there's just a little, always positive, just a little advice here, comment there, the way it was set up, always making sure everybody was paid, always making sure everybody's paid on time. First person at the gig, last person away from the gig. Friendly and courteous and paying to all the assistants, everybody who helped, friendly to all the PR people. And I mean, so we did several gigs, we did many rehearsals. Every single time, Scott was spot on with that. And I'm here to tell you how rare that is in the music profession and why it's the reason why, because it's his character, he's a wonderful musician, but it's his character as a person that makes him stand out and that makes him so distinguished to be worthy of this award. So I would like to congratulate Scott and think it's wonderful. I'm really excited for him. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Taves. Now, it gives me great pleasure to welcome our next inductee, Scott Parsons, as a most worthy recipient of the 2023 Order of Prince Edward Island. Congratulations, Scott. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Order of Prince Edward Island Advisory Council, I'd like to congratulate all of today's recipients to the prestigious 2023 Order of Prince Edward Island. Please, a round of applause for everyone. It's great. Following the official ceremony, recipients will have the opportunity to get family photos in front of the grand staircase. But this brings to a close the official part of today's ceremony. But we do encourage you to please join us for the Premier's reception here in the dining room. Thank you all for attending this year's investiture ceremony. We'd also like to provide special thanks to those assisting with the ceremony today, our pianist, Miss Jacqueline Sorensen, Elder Judith Clark, and along with her honors and valuable staff. Thank you all. At this point, could you all please rise for the departure of her honor and distinguished guests? Thank you all again for attending, and please join Her Honor and the Honorable Darlene Compton, the Honorable Blois Thompson in the dining room area. Enjoy the reception and beautiful music in the foyer. Thank you, and Wilaliak. Have a good day.